From an American perspective, we often have no idea what the rest of the world is going through because we are doing just fine, and we have no need to look for outside help. We have so much compared to most of the world, and it's not a bad thing. It simply limits our perspective on those that have very little. We have a hard time imagining how to help them because we have never been in their place. So, because of our limited sight, we look at unfamiliar cultures and ask ourselves, does the gospel really work in parts of the world where war, famine, poverty, and disease are ways of life? Where children are born without basic needs like clean water, food, and security? Looking with the natural eyes, these hard things seem too powerful for the gospel to make a real difference. The people have been through so much. They need so much. Maybe Christ is not enough. But this is the miracle of the gospel. It spreads despite hardships in places that it shouldn't, like Ivory Coast, Africa. It restores people that seem past hope, like Paul and Joseph, who were once witch doctors who stole and destroyed, and now have become pastors who love and give and protect. Remote tribes like the Yakuba and Gere people that had limited access to the powerful message of God's saving life, they've heard and believed, and they have sung a new song. Orphaned and abandoned children have received a new family and hope for the future. The scattered church that suffered great loss of family and property has risen from the ashes and sings with the hope of a heavenly kingdom to come. God is gathering true worshipers for Himself from every people, no matter the circumstances. The gospel is powerful in every culture and every circumstance because God is the author. So we must ask a new question. If the gospel really works in hard places of the world, what does that mean for me? Could it be that my story and their story are meant to intersect? Is it possible that God intends for my story to be much richer than I imagine because of selfless sacrifice for those that have so little? Christ is in us. What is He saying? Are we listening?
My name is James George, and I'm the founder of GAP Missions. The story of GAP starts in Africa, where we have worked for 18 years sharing the gospel. God has done great things there, and now we want to see Him do great things in other parts of the world in this generation. So GAP Missions exists to serve the local church and the missionary. We believe the local church is the official sending agency, and GAP is the service agency. We believe that God's mission is to make disciples of every tribe and language for His glory. So a missionary is someone who will be making disciples. Since no one can make disciples unless they have been discipled themselves, we take a personal approach to preparing each missionary for the field so they are fully discipled and ready to make disciples. Our heart is to encourage, equip, and engage people in the work of missions. And whether you are a church or an individual that wants to take the next steps in world missions, we are ready to talk. How is God leading you to get involved in world missions right now?
This life is an altar where I want to offer my soul and my mind and strength, cleansed by your mercy, to live a life worthy of the one who called my name. Jesus be glorified, Jesus be magnified. Let me be a pleasing sacrifice. Jesus be glorified, Jesus be magnified. Here at the altar